You ever stare at a technical fact sheet just full of specs and features and wonder, how do I turn this into a story that people will actually care about? Well, today we're going to break down that exact process, and we'll be using the Mijga AI Smart Lock fact sheet as our guide.
So that's the big question, right? How do you transform a list of what a product does into a story of what it means for someone's life? It's a bit of a creative leap for sure, but I'm going to show you a really simple, repeatable process to nail it every single time.
Every great story begins with its raw material. In our case, that's the fact sheet for the Mishka AI Smart Lock. So our first step isn't to start writing, it's to understand. We really need to deconstruct the source to find all those hidden story gems inside. Think of a fact sheet as our blueprint. Yeah, it outlines the features, the specs, the target audience. But if you look a little closer, it's not just a list of facts. It's more like a treasure map that's going to lead us straight to the heart of the story. Just look at the different parts of this Mishka fact sheet. It's got way more than just features. It gives us the problem it solves, the brand story, who the customer is, and even a motto. These are the essential building blocks we're going to use for our script. All right, on to step 2, finding the narrative core. Every great story, whether it's a huge blockbuster movie or just a 30-second ad, is built around a conflict. And believe it or not, we can find that core conflict spelled out for us right here in this document. And there is. On one side, you have the customer's anxiety, that worry about package theft, about unauthorized access, about just plain forgetting to lock the door. And on the other side, you have the brand's promise, peace of mind. That tension, that journey from worry to peace of mind, that is our narrative engine. It's the whole emotional journey for our promo. Okay, now for what I think is the most important step. This is really where the magic happens. We're going to take the cold, technical features straight from the fact sheet and translate them into relatable human emotions. We're literally turning specs into feelings. Let's start with a big one from the fact sheet, AI vision recognition. It sounds pretty technical, right? A little abstract. So how do we make a customer actually feel that? We translate it into a feeling of certainty, of control. See, it's not about the technology itself. It's about that powerful, reassuring feeling of knowing exactly who is standing on your doorstep, friend or stranger, in an instant. That is a real human benefit. Let's do another one. The sheet lists smart entry logs. Again, sounds very functional, very logical. But what's the emotion behind it? What real problem does this solve in a person's everyday life? The feeling here is all about clarity and having proof. It's the peace of mind that comes from having a visual record. Did the kids get home from school okay? Was that important package delivered? You don't have to guess or wonder. You can actually see it. Okay, one more. The fact sheet mentions tamper detection. This is a classic security feature, but we can make it sound so much more powerful. The feeling here is all about empowerment. This isn't just a feature, it's like a guardian. It's the promise that if the worst should happen, you will be the first to know, which gives you the power to act. You see the pattern here, right? We're just consistently linking a piece of technology to a human emotion. So we've got our core conflict, and we've got our emotional benefits. Now it's time to actually assemble them into a powerful script. We have all the pieces, we just need to put them together in the right structure. And for a short 1-minute promo, this 4-step formula is pretty much perfect. First, you hook them with that relatable worry that we already identified. Then, you introduce Mishka as the hero of the story. Then, you show our feelings, those translated features, as quick, powerful actions. And finally, you close with that ultimate promise of peace of mind. Simple. Every great story needs a memorable last line. A tagline that just crystallizes the entire message into a few powerful words. It's that final polish that makes the whole script stick in the viewer's mind. And what do you know? Once again, the fact sheet gives us exactly what we need. Secure, smart, seen. This isn't just some motto, it is the perfect conclusion for our promo. Secure takes care of the worry, smart highlights the tech, and seen, that captures the unique benefit of the vision recognition. It's perfect. And there you have it. We've successfully turned a dry, technical fact sheet into a compelling story. The process is really that simple. You deconstruct, you find the conflict, you translate the features into feelings, and then you build your script.
So the next time you're faced with a dense document, don't just see a bunch of facts. Ask yourself, what story is waiting to be told?